true, true.
True.
Yeah. Let's go.
True.
We gotta run that back one more time.
True.
You're. What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? How y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling? We got Ice in the building early. What's good, Ice? How you feeling? Your boy True is back. It's a long week. It's a long weekend. How are you doing? So, Ice, the interesting thing is, right? And all the busyness, right? I'm back like a Cadillac with four flats. You feel me? And all the business that has been transpiring over the last couple of days. Because y'all know I don't stream on the weekend. You know, for the most part, I do not stream on the weekend. So I tuned in. The last time I got on Twitch, I was so busy this weekend, I barely even watched Twitch. However, I was like up and running. Like I had like folks tabbed up or whatever, and as I was running back and forth, I could hear it a little bit. But I'm like, yo, when I left, I know Ice was on, right? Ice was getting busy. And then when I came back this morning, Ice was on again. I said, man, Ice, you have some true work ethic. That's what I'm talking about. It's your daily ASMR. I need that coffee bad. I haven't had coffee in like 4 or 5 days. Everything is just jumbled up in my brain. It's all gone to mush. But y'all know the vibes. It's early Monday morning. You wanted to throw the whole Twitch away. What did Twitch do to you? What did I do? What did I do? Insane mental strength. Yeah. It be like that sometimes. Sometimes you have to have the mental capacity of who has a strong mental capacity, right? Like I was gonna go somewhere with that, but then off rip, I couldn't come up with someone who has strong mental capacity. Like, should I say the strong mental capacity of like Pikachu, right? Right? Maybe Charizard or something, right? Like, who has a strong mental capacity? Step back in the building. Shout out to the boys. Step back into the chat. Y'all already know the vibes. What's good with your step back? Gotta add a crash count now. That would actually be hilarious. We gotta add a crash count, right? And just do a check-in like, chat, what's my crash count? Because I've had times where I almost crashed out. Like, seriously. Seriously, I almost crashed out. Almost crashed out a lot last week. Like I just wasn't, I don't know. My whole equilibrium was off. It could have been that I was drinking nonstop last week. Oh, Advil. Thank you for the notification. So let's do some checks. Can you hear me when I'm talking during the ad? Can you hear me? Because we want to figure out, and W to step back, coming to show some love, because we are at the same time. Let's see. That's excellent. I appreciate the Advil. Okay, so just to let you guys know, I went from having the lowest ads, and I had to increase it to the minimum required to avoid pre-rolled ads, right? Because what I noticed is like a lot of people were getting ads at the beginning of the video, and I didn't know why, because I was like, I turned pre-roll ads off. Where also, if you turn off pre-roll ads and then you turn down your ads per minute, then it turns your pre-roll ads back on or partially back on, right? So, yeah, so I'm still trying to learn all the logistics around the pre-roll ads. But I was reading a little bit that they have additional options on here where it says, hey, if you run ads on your channel, you can select enable, here you go, stream display ads, right? Enable to run stream display ads on your channel. So let's learn more. Y'all know we learn here. We could switch gears. So with this so the stream display ads, right? It says our 15-second video ads that appear on channels before or during a live stream. So viewers are able to see and hear creators while these ads are displayed. So I think it comes through in like a banner, or it comes through as some type of bar or something. And then in some situations, they'll play the ad on the screen, but you can still hear the actual broadcaster talking. So that's why I had to ask that question. And maybe one day I'll try to see exactly how that works from if I could get a first person kind of point of view of how that works. That'd be good, because it'd be excellent, I think, for my learning experience too. Because when I do like when I'm doing my streams, you know, I'm always striving to be better, right? We're trying to go from zero to hero, right? So if I want to get better, I want to understand when the ads pop up and try to work around the ads, right? Try to learn how long the ads are, try to learn the not capabilities of the platform, but what it's showing, right? Pindu Mayor in the building. Pindu, where are you? What's good, Pindu? Hey, listen. Right. So we're talking about ads real quick. So yeah, definitely let me know when ads come up. You feel me? And then let me know what type of ads you guys get, right? We're not against ads, right? We're not against ads, but we are against those thugs, right? Shout out to anybody who knows what that means. But I'm trying to figure out what type of ads you guys get. Like, can you still hear me? Can you still see me? Is it just like, nah, you got to subscribe? So I could, we could work around it. I'm still a new streamer. I'm here over 60 days now, but I'm still a new streamer for anyone who's new in the room. You feel me? Right. I wonder, like, if you become sponsored, can you have certain ads, right? Because y'all know me, right? It's not that I'm working for a specific sponsor, but if I had my choice of sponsorships, like off break, I feel like number one would be Amazon, right, chat? Amazon. Like, all this stuff that I buy, the cameras, all the get up, is like Amazon. So, like, if I can get an Amazon sponsorship, let's run it, chat. You feel me? Pindu. Tesla sponsor. Of course, I gave everybody a full-on walkthrough of every Tesla vehicle except for the Roadster, right? Or y'all too new for that? If you're too new, raise your hand in the chat, right? You know what I'm saying? I gave a complete walkthrough of all of them. The Cybertruck, the Model X, the Model Y, the Model 3, the Model S. You know what I'm saying? I try to give y'all everything that you want and more. But yeah, so chat. So switching gears back, right? It was a long week. First, let me update you guys on Lil Baby. And a lot of the weekend had to do with Lil Baby because if you recall, Lil Baby is my youngest son. He turned 3 on Thursday. So I no longer have a 2-year-old. I officially have a 3-year-old. So shout out to that, right? Shout out to that. And also, we had a party for him. But before we get to the party, let me get to the other things that I know you guys want to hear. Like, yo, True, what happened to all the school stuff, right? We got Ramona in the building. What's good, Ramona? How are you doing on this lovely East Coast, I'm going to call it an East Coast morning, right? Our resident fortune teller is in the building. We got the whole gang here. You feel me? Shout out to all y'all. So, the updates, right? And of course, we got the squad in the building. So it's a party. And listen, if you're sick, it's okay. You know, we all get sick at times. We get sick of this shit. But I do hope you're feeling better. Hope you still hydrate. You know, take your 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Y'all already know the vibes. This is not a sponsored ad. But if I was to get sponsored, another sponsor would be Emergency. Because we do drink 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C each morning. And then we follow it up with black coffee. Oh, yeah. Tech sponsor of the Tony Hawk of the Raid Train family. Wait, what does that mean? The Tony Hawk of... Oh, the Tony Stark. I thought you said Tony Hawk. I was about to say, if anyone's Tony Hawk, it would definitely be Hotbox because I'm some shit at Tony Hawk. The Tony Stark. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely an Iron Man. For sure. For sure. But I'm not the most tech savvy, right? I know it seems that way because I'm doing the most technical things on my live stream, but I'm not the most tech savvy. In fact, my mod, Pindumer, who's in the chat, is more tech savvy than yours truly. In fact, I've had to contact my mod personally on several occasions to ask him how to do things, like very simple things, like how do I download Streamlabs OBS? You know what I'm saying? Who buffed those Pokemon up? You know what I'm saying? I got the whole gang here. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? We got Pikachu in the building. And if you guys are wondering how many Pikachus I have in my house, I can't give you an exact number, but it's anywhere between 1 and 500. Right? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ronnie in the building. But you know, we got the whole squad here. You know what I'm saying? We got Squirtle here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We got Charmander here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Of course, we can't get started without Bulbasaur in the building. You feel me? We got Bulbasaur here. You feel me? And what's this Pokemon? Okay, I don't know what this card is. I might have flipped this one before, but let's see what it is. Sometimes it's different. Here we go. It's a random Pokemon card, chat. It's a random Pokemon card. So let's see what it is. It is a... What is that? Oh, a Larvitar. Reckless Charge. This Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. What the hell? Weak ass Pokemon. The hit is only 20 and you do 10 to yourself. Larvitar. Who knows the evolution of Larvitar? Maybe I'm being too harsh on Larvitar, right? Because if we recall, like Charmander wasn't that much of a beast either, right? Right? Am I remembering that correctly, chat? Like Charmander was definitely not a beast until he became Charizard. Then it's like, yo, put some respect on my name. You feel me? We got PR in the building. Okay, his evolution is a beast. So I need to find that card and put some respect on his name. Okay, here we go. Larvitar, you could chill. I don't personally know what his evolution is, but you know what I'm saying? Out of the... Let me make sure, because my chat is running today. Y'all on it, chat. W's in the chat. We having a real ass party today. You feel me? Trying to stay warm. It's been so cold here. Oh, it's winter at the moment. Guys, give a shout out to Ramona because I told y'all that is our resident, our resident future person, fortune teller, our all-seeing eye. Ramona is from the future. She is currently living in the winter. She is there, and Jon Snow is clearly not doing his job. Stay warm, Ramona. It is here, but it's also very moist here. Moist is one of those words people don't like to hear, but it's very dewy outside. There's the morning dew. So I hope you feel better. The winter is a drag. Drink coffee for sure. Eat kiwi for sure. Shout out to all the Kiwis. What else do you do in the winter to stay bundle up? Put on a jacket. Yes. There you go. Yeah, so back to these Pokemon real quick, right? And then we'll go back to what we were talking about. It's okay. We can change. We can jump around, chat. We can change subjects. We do that often here. It's okay. Just keep up. If you can't keep up, then just ask a question in the chat. Just be like, can you repeat that? You know what I'm saying? I'm your professor for the day. Okay, chat? Right. Just type it in the chat. We'll come back to it. But yeah, so listen. Out of, let's call it the four. Let's call it the big four of Pokemon, right? Pikachu, Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur, right? Who was the OG? Who was the real savage out of the Pokemon, right? I mean, I know the obvious answer, right? We know my liver needs to be revived. Okay. Ben Numera's going to have to explain himself. Explain yourself in the chat. Are we talking about becoming Pokemon Masters? Listen, if you guys want me to talk about becoming a Pokemon Master, we can talk about it, right? We know the obvious answer. We know Pikachu was he's the obvious choice. Went and seen Pikachu not only disregard Pokeballs as if they weren't programmed to automatically catch Pokemon. How'd you get around that, bro? Right? We saw Pikachu be the lead. Basically, he was the lead brawler on getting Ash most of his badges, right? You know what I'm saying? He definitely had Squirtle. That's what I'm saying. See, Ronnie knows the deal, bruh. Squirtle was about that life, bro. Right? At one point, Squirtle put on shades and just decided he wasn't going to take them off, bruh. He had a whole gang. And it wasn't even all Squirtles. There was some Wartortles in there, you know what I'm saying? He had a whole gang. And it was about that life. But I will say, Pikachu was smacking people. Pikachu just disregarded his attacks sometimes and just was like, yo, I'm going to grab you by the shirt and just smack you until you act right. How you getting smacked by a mouse Pokemon, bro? You know what I'm saying? The Squirtle squad was straight up savage, bro. It was only once, and I can't even say more savage than Squirtle Squad, but out of most of Pokemon, right, there was some savage groups. But from my time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm an old head. The two most savage groups out of Pokemon, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Oh, hit my mic. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. The two most savage groups out of Pokemon is one, the Squirtle Squad, and two, which I think I'm going to say, chat. If you know, you know. But what do you think I'm going to say, chat? Somebody give me one guess of what do you think I'm going to say. I'm only going to give two. There were plenty of savage groups, but one was the Squirtle Squad, and the other is what? Who was the other savage group? Just take a guess. Rack has entered the chat. What's good with you, Rack? Shout out to that man. All right, I'll give it away. Right? It's definitely not Team Rocket. Yo, Team Rocket was on that bush, right? You know what I'm saying? The other savage group was the Bridge Bike Gang. if y'all not telling me the Bridge Bike Gang was not savage, bro, like, if you're old head like me, I feel like the Bridge Bike Gang was every kid group that existed. You know what I'm saying? Let alone if you were a kid with your squad. Y'all had skateboards, y'all had bikes, y'all had scooters. You know what I'm saying? You had whatever you had. But if you got Pokemon on deck too, you know what I'm talking about? The Bridge Bike Gang, son. Dog, those kids needed to be stopped, bro. Like, they were savage. The Squirtle Squad was terrorizing the city. The Bridge Bike Gang, like, bruh, I feel like you got to compare the Bridge Bike Gang to freaking Caesar and his crew from Planet of the Apes. When they decided to take over the bridge and they went into the, you know what I'm saying? They went into the, what they call it? The Redwoods. Listen, chat. I know, I told you, I don't know how deep my knowledge of things go, but it goes fairly deep. And we can explore that, right? But yeah, Bridge Bike Gang. Team Rocket, Team Rocket. Dog, they were getting clapped up by the easiest thing. Team Rocket's HP was horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, Team Rocket might as well have been on Smash Bros. With a 300% starting, you know what I mean, hit points. You feel me? Because they get touched, and how are you blasting off into the sky like you're freaking Kirby who just got hit by Ness? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that about? Exactly. Prepare for trouble, make it double to protect the world from devastation. You know what I'm saying? That's Team Rocket. They were always blasting off again, bro. Like, why did they try to brainwash us with the whole Team Rocket's blasting off again as if that was a savage line? That was the line of when you just took an L, right? They had little kids, they had us walking around proud to take L's, chat. You know what I'm saying? Easy TKOs. Definitely blast savvy. It's crazy because I got a mod on Minecraft that adds Pokemon, and I can't play Minecraft normally now. Listen, let me tell you how I almost crashed out of a Minecraft several times. Because I played Minecraft with my child many times, and when we first started, we could not figure out how to just do anything. Like, we couldn't figure out, like, all right, we learned how to dig, but then what else, right? And I realized Minecraft is the equivalent of being born as a newborn and then taking care of yourself, right? Maybe a newborn deer, right? Because at least you can walk, but that's about it. Exactly. Nani? Crash out on everything. I'll crash out on everything. Like, I don't care. Minecraft will, listen, the first time I attempted to play Minecraft, I was just exploring. And I mean, I died after like 10 seconds because I fell in water and didn't know what to do. Like, I feel like I drowned. Like, how did I drown and wake up in the middle of the night? Like, it was all too much for me. It was all too much, chat. Now I understand a little bit about Minecraft. I did also see the Minecraft movie. You know what I'm saying? I just can't see myself being addicted. You know what I mean? Exactly. What's our crash out count, chat? From 1 to 10, how much would you crash out if your stream crashed 100 plus times? Listen, you are a brave soul, Ice, because I don't even know if I can make it to that many crashes before completely crashing out. I feel like I could give it the most 3. Like, let's talk baseball. 3 strikes, you're out, buddy. If my stream crashes 3 times, I'm not attempting to reset it. Like, wherever the stream ended, that's it. I'm going to go on my phone and I'm going to post a story and I'm like, listen, chat, the stream's over. We taking a nail, right? You feel me? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? The chat grooving. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're having a good old-fashioned party. We're talking about Pikachu slapping people. We're talking about the Bridge Bike Gang, right? We're talking about different things. And then we're going to jump back, right? So Lil Baby turned 3 years old, right? And to update you guys on the school situation, he did a play date. You already know my son, who just turned 3, got declined admissions into the school we were trying to get him into, right? They gave him a full-on assessment, chat. And while the assessment may have been fair, that's fine. But they gave a 2-year-old an assessment. And not an assessment in the terms of, and switching gears, not completely, but just slightly. One of my friends who came to the birthday party told me that, hey, their child had to do an assessment too, but the assessment was like, okay, let's go into the classroom. Let's see how well the child does with the other kids, etc. And they're basically watching and observing the child. To me, that makes sense. I said, nah, Lil Baby had a full-on assessment. It was an open book test, chat. The assessor or the person administering the such Brigance assessment had a book. He wasn't in there with a class. It was just him and it was this assessor. And they were running through questions. What's this color? What's this color? What's this number? What's this letter? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's that? Can you show me this? Can you show me that? That was pretty much the vibe of it. And ultimately, I don't know how they came to the decision, but he did not get admitted into that school, which is fine. Because, here, we don't crash out easily. But if you do see me crash out, I'll crash out, right? We're very calm here. We're very peaceful, right? We're for the people, right? And I see we got 1.8 million people in the chat. Shout out to that, right? I'll give you the spiel in a moment. But fast forward, we had our other options too, right? So he had a play date at this other place where you just drop your kid off for 2 hours. Chat, I think an eyelash is slowly ruining my life right now. You drop your kid off 2 hours, come back and pick him up, right? Yeah, I know my child has not been dropped off anywhere in his life. We've never dropped our kid off. We've never been like, let's put our kid in the car, take him to a secondary location, and then leave him. That's never happened, right? I know it doesn't seem that bad, right? It's like, oh, you're just dropping your kid off. Yeah, but we've never done it. So we did it. And we went back. And first of all, this is important to note that, the place that we took him to sent us an email and it's like, hey, for the play date, it is dress as your favorite profession, right? Chat, if y'all have kids, y'all know that would be a valid reason to crash out, right? Ronnie, if you're looking for a valid reason to crash out and you have children, a valid reason, chat, if you have children to crash out is when the school, whether you go there or not, right? If a school that you're supposed to be going to within the next 24 hours sends you some type of email or communication saying, hey, there's special outfits for tomorrow. Motherfucker. Like, how long have you known about this? Did you just make this up and then just decide to text all the parents so we can scramble? I don't know if these educators have kids of their own. But do you know how hard it is to get a costume or an outfit or anything for a toddler? You think I could just walk out my front door and choose from a selection of career outfits for a 2-year-old? Like, bro, what is that about? Especially if they give you notification when the stores are like 10 seconds from closing. I know this is last minute, but we want everyone to wear yellow tomorrow. Like, bro, you gotta chat. That's a valid reason to crash out. Especially like this was my kid's play date. So this would have been his first. Shout out to Pay in the building. Y'all know we got to take a temporary break. Even though the man got us tabbed up, we got to take a little 30-second turn up. Let's go. We're going to drink coffee too, chat. While we're doing our little 30-second turn up. Let's go. Emojis in the chat. Let's go. It's a valid reason to crash out, chat. Not a white shirt, but like it's always some random color. Like, yeah, We know we're telling you 30 seconds before you're supposed to pull in the parking lot, but we want everybody to wear turquoise today, right? We want everybody to dress up as the Bridge Bike Gang. Bring your Mongoose, bring your Huffy, bring your bikes to class. And they tell you this on the way to the class. Like, that's a valid reason to crash out. Anyway, we did have an outfit on deck because I do have 2 children, and we saved, some of the outfits from when they gave us the same crap before with my oldest son. Different location, different school, same concept though. So we had a firefighter outfit. He went in as a firefighter. First thing he did when he walked through the door is attempt to grab the fire extinguisher. I would say that's a good sign, right? You got a kid dressed up as a firefighter. He walks in the front door. Your first impression of him is him grabbing the fire extinguisher. Great impression. But chat, I will say, right, if you've been here through the whole story, one of the biggest L's that he basically displayed when he had to do the assessment is he never told the people his name. I think he lost hella points by not telling him his name. Again, he's only 2. But when he went to this new place, he didn't say his name, but they never asked him. They already knew his name. So they asked him other stuff. Like, first of all, they just said hi. Try saying hi to the little nigga, right? So they said hi to him, and he said hi back. What a great first impression. He said hi. And he said, fire extinguisher. Can I have it? Can I play with it? Everybody's like, no, you can't play. That's a real fire extinguisher. And he looked at everybody, but he's like, there's a fire. We're like, where's the fire, bro? He's like, fire. I don't know. There's a fire somewhere. I'm dressed up as a firefighter. That means the city needs me, right? They said, oh, that's so cute. He wants to extinguish a fire. Not today. There's no fires here, but thank you anyway. You can have a seat right there. And he pulls out a chair and he has a seat, chat. The man sat down. I'm like, oh, bro, who are you? But I'm like, okay, maybe the vibe in here is just better, right? So then the actual lady he's going to be spending time with today comes out, she wants to talk to me and stuff like that. And she's like, you ready to play? You ready to have fun? And he's like, yeah, let's go play. He talking. I'm like, okay, let's do it, right? He's like, let's go play. And he gets up from the chair and starts walking. And she said, do you know where you're going? And he just points like, I assume I'm going down that only hallway that exists. She's like, go ahead, walk down there. And then she calls another lady. This is Mason. That's my son's real name. Can you show him to the classroom? Little bro didn't say bye to me or nothing. They go, oh, normally kids have a little bit of separation anxiety. They normally, whine for their parents for a while. It's a little tough settling them down. Bro never looked back. You know what I'm saying? He never looked back, right? If you see Men in Black, when they first tried to recruit Agent J, right? AKA Will Smith. That's almost what the scene was like. You know what I'm saying? He was walking away like he was K, and I'm sitting there like, little baby, is it worth it? He's just walking. He hit me with the look back. Chat, hold up. Let me do this, chat. Let me give y'all a visual, chat. He walking away, chat. He hit me with this. I go, is it worth it? He goes, if you're strong enough, right? And then he dips. That's all he said to me. All right, bro, see you in 2 hours, right? Shout out to you. You feel me? He left. So then we came back in 2 hours, which is exactly enough time to do nothing, chat. Right? You would think, 2 hours. I have so much time for activities. Bro, by the time you even get back to civilization, and when I say civilization, meaning anywhere it's all good. It's all good, Pindu. By the time you get back to anywhere that is like, all right, let me tell you what we did with our 2 hours. We went to pick up 2 bags of sand and we got breakfast. And not like sit down breakfast. I mean like Chick-fil-A chicken breakfast burrito breakfast. You feel me? We had no time for anything. By the time we did that and ate that burrito, it was time to go back and get them. Time was flying. Not to mention you got to drive through traffic in the early morning, right? People still go to work, right? So short story, they said, yeah, I mean, he was a little to himself in the beginning. We were having our fashion show, right? Everybody doing a little fashion show with all the outfits they have. A lot of the kids have been going there for a little while already, right? Okay, the ad is full screen. So shout out to Step Back. Full screen, can't hear me, can't see you above chat. Got it. Got a G2A ad. I'm typing in the chat. How long is ad? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Shout out to Ronnie. That is good comedy right there. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. First of all, I know this is off track. We get off track, chat. Deal with it. But let me tell you listen, you shouldn't laugh at everything, but sometimes shit just be funny. So I kept seeing all these nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, right? Until I had to shut down my Instagram. Because, chat, you know why I had to shut down my Instagram? Because they had the same, I kept getting these nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, right? Listen, chat, this is about to be completely, listen, we don't condone violence here, right? None of that. But sometimes, dark humor, right? Dark humor and all those things sometimes just have a way of making you laugh where it's like, you shouldn't be laughing, right? So I kept getting all these nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday ads, right? Then I scroll to one and it's still another. It's still a meme and it's like nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And they had, listen, I apologize in advance, chat. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm just telling you what I saw. It was a picture of Chris Brown and Rihanna. And in the picture, they had him labeled as nothing. And they had Rihanna labeled as Jet 2 holiday. And I'm looking at it, and for a second, I didn't get it. And then it clicked in my head. And I just had to log off Instagram because I said, listen, whoever made this, you need to be banned for at least a day, right? I feel like, well, let me back up. If you do dark humor and it's funny, then you should get a warning. But some stuff you should get banned for a day, whether it makes people laugh or not, right? So yes, if you get it, yeah, you get it. I won't explain it, but that's absolutely insane. And it's even worse because I laughed at it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Brain rot, man. But yeah, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. So that's crazy. So, cool. Ads. Sometimes you get to hear me, sometimes you don't. They just decide what they want to do, right? So shout out to that. And shout out to the chat for using the Advil emote. I said emoji. Jeez. Shaw in the building. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So short story, Lil Baby did pretty good, right? He's 3 years old now. He did pretty good. He was a little standoffish. And they said at one point he did get a little upset. Advil, are you trolling me? Or is everyone getting ads at different times? Nothing beats a Ronnie 2297. Oh, Shaw, tag me in stories. I got to see the stories, chat. Let's see. Let's go to the stories. We got to see it. Advil. I'm getting Advil, chat. Okay. This is a good sign. Let me know when you're back. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. That was absolutely insane. All right, chat. Let's see. Let's do this. This weekend was action-packed. Short story, we're waiting for an email so we can see if we can get our boy registered. Fingers crossed these people aren't, they're good to us and let us register our little one. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see, chat. All right, let's see, chat. Let's see if we can increase our volume. Let's see if we can capture our desktop. Let's see. We're going to see, chat. Right? We're going to, let's see here. We want to keep ourselves. Oh, nope. I already know that's not working right there. That's the wrong one. Here we go. There we go. Let's capture our desktop chat. Super ads. What? Oh, trolling. All right, bet. I don't mind trolling. I'm like, what's our crash out count? I shout out to everybody in the building. If you're really in the ad, listen, I'm assuming nobody's in the ad right now. This is what your guys are doing for me because we're trying to learn here, right? If you get an ad, just put in the chat whether you can see me, hear me, and how long your ad is. I'm trying to learn all the ad stuff. I told folks I did need to increase my ads from the minimum to, from the very lowest to the minimum to avoid pre-rolls. Because otherwise, as soon as I start talking, they run a pre-roll for like 5 minutes. Shout out to Shaw. She don't get no ads. And also, chat, keep in mind that you can actually subscribe if you have Prime too, right? Or you can subscribe for a month, right? You don't have to subscribe for 10 years. You can subscribe for a month. See how you like me. See if we mesh. You know what I'm saying? I need that money. That's from Set It Off. I don't really need your money. All right, here we go. Let's see. We got step back. Step back walking in circles. Okay. We see Shaw right here. I'm gonna go back to you. Let's just see if we can go straight to Shaw. All right, let's make sure the volume and stuff is good. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear everything good too. We're gonna play this right on our live. Let's turn the volume up. Cut the music up. All right, here we go. Ooh, 42 hours. How long do stories stay up there? Okay, don't do this. Don't do this. Come on. We have good internet speed, right? The bit rate is good. Our internet is fiber optic. Like, come on. Okay. Okay. July is done, but I got to do a birthday month recap. July was filled with joy and sadness, but I'm grateful to be here for chapter 45. W to chapter 45. Y'all give Shaw some love. She did celebrate her birthday in July. Excuse me. Thank you to those who reached out and to those who took time out to hang out with me and to celebrate. If y'all know, y'all know. Right? We were hanging out with Shaw all day. She did a marathon stream and we was going absolutely crazy. Right? So shout out to Shaw. Let's see what else she got for us. Hold up. First of all, let's go back really quick, chat. Because I see a lot of places and let's go back really quick. Let's make a quick prediction. Can we make a prediction? Also, I'm missing the chat because I have that pulled up. It's the last two. It does that to me. Now it wants to be nice. Not the only one can watch it, but it's the last two. Yeah, we're going to go through all of them, though. We're going to go through all the stories. You feel me? Right? So I'm going to make a prediction. And I could be 100% wrong. But I see places and my prediction chat, and Shaw, if I'm right, don't give it away. Because I have no idea what I'm going to be tagged in. But if she's moving around the city, my fingers are crossed that she made her way to the financial district and she's going to be rubbing on the charging bull. That is my prediction. I don't know if I'm going to be accurate at all, but that is my prediction. So let's see if I'm right, chat. Let's see if I'm right. Ursher. Unless you're going to show John Legend on here. Are you hanging out with John Legend? We're going to watch these. You know, stories aren't that long, right? We're gonna watch it. Let's see. Okay, but the dress. This looked like a good time. I think chat, are we getting jealous by watching how much of a great time Shaw had? Like, she got on her grown people clothes and she's out here. Ooh, that food looked good too. I didn't eat breakfast. Okay. We're warming up. Chat, if you going crazy, I can't see the chat right now because we're going to watch these. Hey, I'm gonna check chat real quick. John Legend showing the green light tour. Y'all funny. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna sip my coffee. Ooh, crabs. Y'all know I'm from the DMV. In case you didn't know, your boy's from the DMV, and you know we love some crabs, right? And for the record, I'm assuming y'all can hear this music, so if my VOD is muted, it's okay. We'll say, hey, I wasn't the one playing the music. It was Shaw playing the music, right? Is that a loophole, chat? Right? I'm not playing the music. The music's coming from a story. We just happen to be watching a story. We're reacting. Is this our first reaction? Can this be considered our first reaction, chat? Ooh, another little sparkly outfit. Hey, listen. Y'all be killing it with the sparkles. I'm all here for the sparkles. As long as it ain't glitter. If it's glitter, then I gotta crash out on you. Because like, why are you putting glitter all over the place? Like, stop going out in public with all this glitter on you, all right? If I want glitter on me, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Not going to say that on live chat. But y'all know where I was going with that.
This is what we're doing.
Let's fucking go. Listen. Hey, listen, chat. W's in the chat. By the time I go back to the chat, I want to see a chat full of W's.
Am I supposed to grab that thing? All right, let me just. All right, get it true.
Listen, it is still part of the charging bull. Okay, pause really quick. Let me go to the chat. First of all, W's in the chat for accurate prediction. For those of you who don't know, right? And even though Shaw did rub the testicles of the bull, and hopefully she rubbed other parts too, it doesn't matter. It's part of the bull. But listen, rubbing the charging bull, which is located in New York in the financial district, is said, and it's the reason, one of the reasons why it's located in the middle of the financial district. It is said to give you 10 years of good luck. So if you go to New York, and I believe in it, chat. I do believe in it, right? I believe in some, what do you call it? Conspiracies or some, what do you call those things, right? What do you call them? What do you call them, chat? Like superstitions, right? Some of them I believe. Some of them I have an opposite belief, right? The charging bull is said to give 10 years good luck to anyone who rubs it. Hence why, if you go there, there's a line of people waiting to rub it. I believe it. I believe it gives you 10 years good luck. I will say this, even though I'm not going to say every day will be great, but over the course of 10 years, it is supposed to have a very good effect. I will tell you, chat, 10 years ago, I rubbed the charging bull. I have a picture of that on my Instagram. I rubbed the charging bull and I had an amazing 10 years. If you don't believe me, ask Pendumer. I don't know. Ask anyone. I don't know. Check my Instagram. I had a good 10 years, and it could be because maybe you believe it and that you do things in a positive way, right? Because that's part of the superstition, right? Is if you believe it, then it works. But if you believe it's going to give you 10 years good luck, it will give you 10 years good luck, chat. So Shaw has now reached 10 years good luck. And because I do believe it, chat, let me tell you, I went back to New York, and this was right after I met Shaw and a bunch of other folks in the family, right? I went back to New York, and it has been, listen, chat, I don't know if you know this, but when I went back to New York, it was close to my 10 years. So I also went to renew myself touching the charging bull. And I made my whole family rub it as well. You feel me? So yeah. So let's finish watching that story, then we get back talking about it. You feel me?
I'm not streaming live, so I wouldn't. Why am I by his ass? I just want to understand. Okay, I'm by that. Oh, okay, you got a picture? Okay, thank you.
You know what I'm
Am I
saying?
supposed to grab it? Well, you grab the ball too. You grab the ball. Grab the ball. You grab it.
I prefer to grab the bull by the horns, but you know, see that?
I think I'm supposed to grab the horns. I didn't know there was a torch
See,
attraction.
I'm pretty sure Shaw does not know this lady, but notice how everyone who takes a picture has to put their hand on it because people know. Some people just do it because they're seeing it.
Is that
See?
way on the other line? I ain't
There
on
you
the
go.
different lines, y'all. All right, I'm here.
There you go.
With the horn.
10 years, chat.
This horn,
If you're ever in New York,
got the horn here,
don't
got
doubt
the
it.
horn here.
It's in the middle of the financial district for a reason, chat. 10 years, good luck right
Here
there.
we go.
Can I
All
repost
right, true, I
this?
did it.
I don't want to report. I want to repost. Okay. Shout out to Shaw. You know what I'm saying? So whether you guys believe it or not, me and Shaw got luck for 10 years. So, and like I said, whether it's a mindset thing or not, I believe it. I had an amazing 10 years through all the ups and downs, right? You feel me? But W Shaw. W's in the chat for Shaw. She in the building. She out here rubbing on bull testicles, but she also rubbed on the face and the horns, and that's some good luck for you. Another superstition, right, that I believe, right, because it's like some of the superstitions, right? Hey, shout out to Pay, doing real life stuff, getting the clothes folded and everything, vibing, right? Listen, chat, right? One of the superstitions that I believe, but I feel like I believe it differently than how other people believe it, because I feel like the way some people, or maybe most people believe it, is how they were told it. But I believe it based off of what I read about it. Y'all know we read here, right? So I need to fine print on all these superstitions before I give them any credibility, right? Like, for example, and I'll go back to what I was talking about. For example, one quote unquote bad superstition is walking underneath a ladder. To me, I don't believe in that type of superstition. Not saying it's not true, but to me, it's also common sense. Why would you walk underneath a ladder? Ladders aren't that wide where you need to walk under it. You feel me? And it makes sense because like there's a chance it could fall. And why would you want to be under it in that 0.00 chance of it falling on you? Or while someone's up there working on it. Like, you feel me? Shaw says she don't split poles. I get that too. I don't really care about the splitting poles thing, but if I'm with someone who's like, don't split the pole, then I'm like, all right, cool. But have you tried walking through New York with a group of people? Like sometimes you gotta split poles. You feel me? But back to what I was talking about. The superstition that I don't believe the same way other people believe it is with regards to black cats. Most people believe if you see a black cat is bad luck. Right? That is not what I believe. How I understand it, and from what I've read, is that if you come across a black cat and a black cat crosses your path, and I challenge all of you, if you believe that black cats are bad luck, I challenge you to reprogram your thinking to this way I'm about to tell you and see if it don't change your outlook. That's how I try to do a lot of things. Change the way you think about it. So a lot of people say black cats and coming across a black cat or a black cat crossing your path is bad luck. I believe the opposite. I believe when a black cat crosses your path, it creates a path of good luck for you. So you crossing over that black cat's path, right? So imagine a black cat, right? We're going to use Larvitar as our black cat. So here I am just randomly enjoying my day, and out of nowhere comes this black cat, right? His name is Larvitar. The black cat, quote unquote, crosses my path. First of all, it's wrong because it's not crossing my path, right? I'm technically crossing its path, but that's semantics. So the black cat is crossing our path, chat. When you cross that black cat's path, that is good luck. That's how I believe it. That's how I read it. I read this old thing, and that's what it said. It said black cats are good luck, right? But people also believe that black cats are negative or bad because they say this is about to be random. And I know some of you heard this before. Let's see what the chat talking about. Are we supposed to be scared of black cats? No. If you ask me, black cats are good luck. I had a black in my neighborhood and definitely crossed my path a lot. Black cats are trying to bring you good luck. That's what I believe, right? Because it's almost like unless you own one, where do they come from, right? So they like seek out people and they provide you good luck. None of that shit in the Bible, so I don't believe it. And shout out to Pay, and I'm gonna tell you why in a second. It's not like black cats will stop your heart. Exactly. Now listen, if the black cat happens to be a panther, I would debate you, Ice. Because Black Panther, which is technically a cat, will absolutely stop your heart. Section 8 cats. So listen. All right, so what were we talking about? Black cats, right? Crossing your path and being good luck. Okay, so and this is what I read, right? So where'd that superstition come from? Why do people believe that black cats are bad, right? So black cats were more common back in the early hundreds, the 1500s, whatever, really, really far back, right? Where they used to believe in witches, right? So they used to believe in a lot of witches in like Winston-Salem. I know we're talking about everything today, but that's what we do, chat. So shout out to that, right? Winston-Salem, right? They used to talk about witches and stuff like that. So there's all these different stories about how people interpret these witches. This is what I understand from what I read. Again, I don't believe everything that I hear word of mouth, right? They hunted and killed them in England, and that's why the plague ripped them apart because of the lack of cats. Facts. That is a fact, right? And that ties into the same story that I read about witches in Winston-Salem. The potions they were brewing were for the niggas that weren't wearing masks, right? People were getting sick as hell, and these witches were using leaves and everything and all these things that they found in the environment to make these quote unquote potions, i.e. medications to help people. But what I read, chat, this is what I read from someone who believes they're a lot smarter than other people, and I believe them, is these witches typically owned black cats. Why did they own black cats? Because they're living in, let's call it the 1500s, right? Want to know another fact about witches that people never bring up? Witches had the cleanest and most sanitary houses. Why is that, chat? Because they owned fucking cats. They owned black cats. So the cats would keep the mice and the rodents out of their houses. So as long as they fed the cats would stay in the house. And because they were making these potions or these medications for people, they didn't want the medications to get contaminated by mice and other things. So they kept cats in their houses. That's why they're witches. They're in there conjuring up potions to try to help the community. They're strolling around with their black cats that are keeping their houses clean, chat, right? Like Ronnie said, they hunted and killed them. Hence why they got killed and wiped out by the plague and other things that come from where, chat? Rodents and insects. Exactly. I know. So when you think about it that way, shouldn't black cats be good luck? You feel me? Shouldn't they? Right? They were helping protect people's houses and keep folks' houses clean. Cats like, what you mad at me for? Right? You mad at me? What did I do? What did I do? Cats, though, I can imagine a cat from the 1500s coming in and somebody just start fucking swatting at them. Like, bro, what is chill? You coming in here with all this negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Notice how Meowth was the smartest one in Team Rocket. You feel me, chat? We come in full circle. You know what I'm saying? Reminds me of the elderly lady with 18 cats in her house. Now, 18 cats is wild AF because 18 cats, like there's nothing wrong with having 18 cats unless you live in an apartment, right? Like if you have the land for 18 cats, 18 cats can live a luxurious life, right? Like a zoo. Nobody complains that there are that many animals in a zoo, and it's because of their living quarters, right? They have their separate living space. They're being treated good. But if all 18 of your cats got to stuff theirself on one 2-seater love couch that you don't wash, that you don't do anything, you spend all your money on QVC, loading your house up because you're also a hoarder. How are you hoarding stuff and cats, right? You feel me? Cats can't even do their job. It's too many microwave ovens in the way. You feel me? Listen, that's a story for another day, chat. But that's how I believe it. So shout out to Shaw again for the good luck. If you guys see a black cat cross your path, they are good luck as well. If you've ever seen the movie Luck, who's ever seen the movie Luck? It is an animated movie. I think you can watch it on Apple TV or something. It's a good movie for kids, but you can watch it as well. I'm pretty sure the cat, and it was black, and he was technically bringing good luck. You feel me? So don't sleep on it. But again, at the end of the day, like Pay said, ain't none of it in the Bible. So it's really about what you believe. And what I believe is always going to be the positive version of whatever everyone else believes. So if you think of something negative, trust and believe True thinks of it as a positive. Including Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th is a good day. It's a lucky day. Everybody's like, it's bad luck. How's it bad luck when you get a full marathon of Friday the 13th, right? You might go to the casino or something and win some money. You feel me? Sometimes my dad's birthday is on that day. Where's the bad? You feel me? You feel me? Like, where's the bad? Because Friday the 13th came out and Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, they just chose that day to show them basically destroying people. All of a sudden, Friday the 13th is bad. Yes, I'm sure you can quote something that tells everyone that it's bad. Right? I'm sure you can. Shout out to YZ, enter in the chat. Right? Is YZ in the chat? Oh, we're going to YZ next. Okay, cool. Shout out to Solo in the building. You feel me? But chat, it's all about mindset. Right? It is all about mindset. You always want to think positive, right? And the reason why you want to think positive is because nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Y'all thought I was going to say mindset, but gotcha. I got you. Positive mindset, chat. That's what we're talking about. You feel me? A positive mindset will take you much further than a negative mindset. Hence why our journey from zero to hero is going to work, because we have a positive mindset and we know that it's going to work out. Let me tell you, I failed so many times in life. So many times at so many different things, but I've also succeeded. Because I keep trying shit. Trying shit and trying shit don't work. Trying shit and trying shit don't work. That's why I'm succeeding at life, because I keep trying shit. I keep failing at stuff, but I keep trying shit. The moment you stop is the moment you fail. You feel me? It's all about your mindset. If you look at failure as a reason to stop, or you look at it as a negative, right? If you have a superstition, find why it could be positive versus negative, right? Find out why, except for walking under ladders. Like, I got nothing for you there. Are you trolling? You got 6 ads. Solo, the astronaut in the building. Shout out to Solo, who is an official astronaut. Like, come on. Y'all gotta go. Come on. If you're here and you're new, first of all, why everyone's on ad break? Well, if you're new here, you're probably on ad break too. So I'll save the spiel. But if you're not on ad break, shout out to you for subscribing. Like I told you, it's all about the positive mindset. 1 minute, 20 seconds, full screen. You above chat. I don't hear you, so just watching weapon trailer. Taco Bell ad. Shout out to Taco Bell. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Y'all remember that? Little Chihuahua dog. We're just filling space, chat. We don't wanna leave out. We're being nice. We're not gonna leave out all the folks who aren't subscribed or who, listen in chat. Appreciate y'all, first of all, for subscribing. But let me give you a quick tip, right? Because y'all know y'all always got to learn something. First of all, if you have Prime, W to that, because you can use your Prime membership for anyone. It don't have to be me, right? You can use it for anyone. But don't doubt how good Turbo is. Turbo is $15 a month. And why it's like, yo, $15 who wants to pay another subscription? Go to your subscriptions. If you're subscribing to 30 plus people, listen, it is what it is. Maybe that's what you choose to do. That's fine. But in that, maybe get Turbo. Because Turbo, you can watch every Twitch account with no ads. And again, this is not a sales pitch for you guys to subscribe to me. This is for you guys to not have ads. You feel me? Because I tell you right now, I haven't seen an ad since I was like 1 week in. Because I got Amazon Prime, I got Turbo, I'm subscribed to people's account. Chat, I just do whatever I feel like doing. You feel me? There is no if, ands, or buts, or rhyme or reason to what I do. I just do it. Sometimes I turn up in people's chats, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm busy, sometimes I'm not. There's no rhyme or reason. You can't figure True out. You can ask questions, but because I can't figure me out. I just be doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I do what I do. You feel me? I just do it. It's all about the positive mindset. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me, chat? But that's what it is. You got to have a positive mindset. But you got to get rid of those ads. You feel me? And one way to do that is Turbo. So here's I'm not a gatekeeper. So I'll be honest with you, right? Some of the people who I'm like on their stuff all the time, I'm subscribed. And it's probably going to run month after month. So I'll be subscribed for months. Who knows how long I'll be subscribed for? I'll subscribe to them until my credit card declines, right? And then there's some people where I just want to show support. So I subscribe, but then I go into my subscriptions and I cancel the automatic resubscription, right? Because it may not be someone I'm watching all the time, but maybe I enjoyed them that day. So I go in and I subscribe. I don't know. I always have to go in and do it. But I made it into an emote. You feel me? The greatest astronaut in the world, W Solo, our astronaut in the building. But yeah, I'm not a gatekeeper. So if you're wondering how True manages to operate all the 100 subscriptions that you see, most of the time I gift subscriptions, right? I don't mind doing that. But when I personally subscribe, for some people, it's like reoccurring. I have to check them because sometimes I'll be clicking buttons and sometimes I accidentally turn off the manual ones for the ones I want to keep automatic. But I'm not going to subscribe to everyone on Twitch. I'm not going to do that. But sometimes I want to support people. So a little $5 subscription, boom, you got my subscription for the month. And then I go in and then I turn off automatic. So I'm just subscribed for that month. And if in the future I really enjoy them again, maybe I'll resubscribe. I'm just giving y'all the keys. I'm just letting y'all know the facts of how I operate, right? But I have Turbo. So on Turbo, I don't have to watch ads. And then also, if you're an affiliate and you go through your analytics, you know that when people show up to your live stream and they have Turbo, you actually get paid for those people being there. So I think most of the people in the chat, I'm already subscribed to your channel, but I think technically you get paid twice when True shows up. So W True, right? For me being subscribed and for me being a Turbo user. So when I pop in people chat, you get paid twice. I don't know if you know that, and I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but listen, if you believe in bad superstitions, believe this good one. Believe that when True show up, you're getting paid twice, right? Me as a Turbo user, which means that your ad, the reason, and let me explain why. So some people will be like, how the hell does that work? How would I get paid twice? And again, I have to fact check it because I could be lying to you guys. But what I believe happens, and this is similar to like subscriptions. See, Shaw said, very true. I've seen it. So what happens from what I've seen so far is that as a Turbo user, the ads. So here's the thing. When you're subscribed to a person's channel, the ads just don't run for you, right? It just doesn't run for you. And the ad revenue is based on how many people see the ad or how many people the ads run for. So the more people you have in your stream, the more money you make off the ads. That's why people run ads nonstop when they have a lot of people. And that's why if you go to some people, I can tell you guys, if you go to, for example, like the stock guy, he has hella people in his chat and they be like, run ads, run ads. Shout out to the stock guy. But if you're a Turbo user, I think it operates differently because I think it still runs the ads for the Turbo user. It just doesn't show it to them. And feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Which means that if you're an affiliate and there's a Turbo user in your chat, you still get paid for the ad from that Turbo user. So when you check your analytics, right? When you check your analytics, notice how you'll see ad revenue for Turbo users, even though Turbo users don't get ads. I believe that's how it works. And again, recognize that I could have made all that stuff up. All right. So long as we're on the same page there. You feel me? So that's what it looked like, chat. That's what it looked like, you know? But we've been chatting, we've been rapping. Shout out to everybody in the building. First of all, shout out to all y'all coming through. First of all, shout out to Shah, who has acquired 10 years of fantastic luck. Shout out to that, right? Shout out to all these good things, you feel me? But again, it's all about mindset and it's all about those Jet 2 holidays, chat. So, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. I'll still be on and off, but your boy is a 9-to-5 worker, right? Oh, before I go, we're going to run another, let's call it 10 minutes. And let's assume that by the time we're ready, that where we want to take our raid train to, okay, he's up and running. Okay, we checked. So I'm going to spend the last couple minutes just giving y'all a quick little synopsis because I talked about Lil Baby and his progress for school, and we're waiting to get him registered into this new place. So fingers crossed that, you know, hey, fingers crossed, there's another superstition. It works, right? Rub the bull's balls. Listen, you don't have that good luck. But we did have a birthday party. If you didn't see, oh, hold up. Are my stories still up? Chat, let's see if my stories are still up. Let me check really quick. Are my stories still up? I don't know how long stories stay up. I don't know how long they stay up. Let me check really quick. But I can, I'll give you guys, let me see. I don't even know how to watch my own stories. Chat, it's only my third day. Oh, hold up. That says live. Oh, that takes me to a story. Ooh, I can go to a story. Hold up. Go back. Okay. All right. Pause. All right, here we go, chat. Let me show you this. So we had a party for Lil Baby. Oh, they stayed for like 3 days. Bet. So I had a party for Lil Baby, and it was a success. We set it up for little kids to come in and wild out and have fun. Oh, you know who really appreciated it? Shout out to the helicopter parents out there. Because when we set up stuff, we set it up that way helicopter parents don't have to be helicopter parents, right? Meaning you can relax. You can let your child go and run around in my yard and have a good time and recognize they're not going to get hurt. So yeah, shout out to the young Leo. He is now 3. But let me show y'all, chat. Let me pull this up so y'all can see. This is essentially how I had it set up. Let me give y'all a little look-see. You feel me? This is what it looked like, chat. If you haven't seen my story, this is how I had it set up. And it was a great time. Just know we was turned up. Me and all the toddlers. Hold up, before I click play, you see this door? So this is my door that goes outside to my deck. You see the handle? That handle is standard height for a regular person. By the end of this party, chat, right? By the end of the party, there were fingerprints and face prints and tongue prints all below this line, all below this handle. Up here, this glass was still shiny and you can see right through it. Down here was absolutely disgusting because all the kids there were basically knee level. So that was just a little tidbit. Here we go, chat.
So chat, let's see how I set it up. Right? Stop sign sitting in the sun, so they're a disaster. It's a little construction zone. So
I built that little construction zone.
So we got a little area over here. You know, adult entertainment up here. More kids entertainment over here.
We set it up to let the little kids turn all the way up. It was a Hot Wheels party, chat.
So all them Hot Wheels I always show y'all, I took them out of the room, brung them out. Now you get to see, look.
That's little baby right there.
There'll be that many in that room.
And real quick, chat, let me tell you this also. Y'all know, first of all, y'all see, and you'll see it again. Y'all see that big ass garage? Tell me why for Lil Baby's birthday, he got 2 more. Not the same one, but he got one with a dragon on it that's even bigger than this one with the dinosaur. And he got like a whole car wash. So now I have even more of these Hot Wheels stations and I have no idea where to put them. That's just a little piece of information. So y'all see it.
For the adults to cool their feet. It's the kids' water area.
Little cool off section. We had it all set up.
Ground vibes.
We keep the gate closed so that way parents don't have to keep 100% eye on their kids. They can let the kids run around. The whole property is enclosed.
You know, relaxation area. Probably be a couple drinks up here. You know? Come get out the sun. About to turn a movie on.
Yeah, we had the movies playing, chat. Cars and Mufasa and all the crap. It was a good time, you know?
3-year-old birthday party.
I do still have to search my entire yard for Hot Wheels because as you see with us having this full-blown Hot Wheels party, right? There are still Hot Wheels all in my grass. You feel me? Deck stream, cookout stream for sure. You feel me? I can stream outside. You feel me? I spent a lot of time outside during COVID. That's how I was maintaining my my sanity. Cookout stream. You feel me? I gotta get everybody to sign a waiver. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But it was a good time. So I had to give y'all a quick little update about the party. You know, it was a good time. People had a lot of fun. I observed a lot of little kids. Everyone has a different personality. Some kids were just taking all the cars and throwing them right in the water. Some kids were picking up all the sand and putting it over here, putting it over there. I didn't care. You know? I spent a lot of time talking to Besco in the building. I spent a lot of time talking to some of the helicopter parents like, hey, it's okay. They're like, hey, I don't want them to destroy your stuff. I'm like, listen, stuff is made to be destroyed. Let them go out and destroy things. It is okay. It's all right. All right. And that's what we're talking about. It was a success, Besco. It was a good time. For the record, the grill, I do not run the grill during kids' parties, because if I ever have to walk away, and like I said, I make it an environment where no one has to really watch their kid. I want the grill to be completely cool and no one touching the grill. The grill's off, right? There's no way for the kids to turn it on, right? It's fine. But I will say, so if you're wondering, okay, so how do you do the food? I do the food like 30 minutes before the party. It's a kids' party. The main food was hot dogs, hamburgers, pasta salad, chips, fruit, and pizza. Can't forget about pizza. Hella pizza, right? So how do I do the hot dogs and burgers? First of all, I cook in an excessive amount. 41 people RSVP'd. So to let you know how much I cooked 56 hot dogs and 40 burgers. And I pre-wrap them. So I cook them all on the grill. I'll put them all on buns. I get the pre-sized aluminum foil sheets and we wrap them like it's a cafeteria. And we put them all in the pan so that way kids or adults can just grab them as they're hungry. That's how it's set up, chat. As an adult with a kid, you don't even have to go get your kid food because they can grab it on their own. It's already pre-wrapped. If they want to, what's up? Oh, you good? Oh. I'm going to bring my phone out here in a second. I'm about to wrap up, but I want to show you my phone. I think I need to replace it. Hold on, I'm streaming. I'm going to come out in a second. I'm going to show you my phone because people been saying they've been calling me and texting me, but there's literally no notifications on my phone. I think my phone is crap. And I think that's one reason, Wifey, this is why I need to change my phone, because I think it's also a reason why when I'm streaming, it like switches over because my phone is crap. So shout out to all y'all. Y'all know the vibes. But yeah, pre-wrap them, pre-wrap the hot dogs, pre-wrap the burgers, and they can just grab them. If they want to throw the bun away, that's fine. We don't put no condiments on it. Pindu Mare said, hello, sister. Shout out to Pindu Mare. She said, hey. And for those who still don't realize it or still don't know it or still are unaware, my mod, Pindu Mare, in the chat is my brother. So he is my actual brother. He's not like, oh, that's my man's, that's my brother. No. Pindu Mare is my actual brother. And shout out for Branchino Loke. Shout out to Branchino Loke for joining the chat. That's a W. Make sure you follow. We are wrapping up. But one word to Pindu Mare real quick. I did get Call of Duty 6 and Warzone set up. So I do be playing. And as you can see, it's waiting for me to play at some point today. But yeah, it was a good time. And we got hella burgers and hot dogs. And the kids had a great time as well. So shout out to that. You feel me, chat? So I clicked on this, but how do I get out? Okay, hold on a second, chat. Because we're gonna take this raid train on the road, right? iPhone 16 Pro Max. I'm actually trying to wait because there's another iPhone that comes out, I think, next month, which is the iPhone 17. I don't want to buy an iPhone 16 and then 10 days later, another iPhone comes out. So I need to confirm or deny whether an iPhone is coming out in September because they always come out in September, chat. Always, right? So shout out to all y'all. Shout out to Branchino Loke. Branchino? We call him Bron. Bron from Winterfell is in the building. So shout out to Bron. Or Branch. Is it Branch? Shout out to Branch, right? Come by. You can see me typically in the mornings. You can see me late in the evenings most time. Check the schedule. I'm a variety streamer. I stream IRL. I stream just chatting. We did a lot of chatting today. Branch. Shout out to Branch. We stream gaming sometimes, but I also work a regular job. And I got to go do that now. So while we go to our next stop on the raid train, chat, if you know the vibes, Hear the vibes right now. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. 16 Pro will be better than new 17. I cannot confirm nor deny that. Shout out to Besco with the advice. Long story short, Besco, we are absolutely going to have to get a new phone. Because apparently people calling me and chatting me and it's just not going through. So we'll see. And we're going to take a stop at YZ. If you're here, make sure you stay here, right? Support your boy YZ. We're going to go there in a second. And what it means, right, is we're going to hit that start raid button. So, you know, here, look, I told you guys before, that's how to recognize my intro and outro. When the raid button gets pushed, you hear that? That's how you know when I push the raid button. I'm giving y'all the behind the scenes, chat. I'm giving you all the juice. You feel me? But we're going to go support our man's YZ. He over there doing, look like Tekken combos at the moment. So shout out to y'all. It's been a W stream. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Let's get this raid train going. Let's go.